Ladies and gentlemen, I think I have an addiction problem that I want to get off my chest, and that addiction is the Persona franchise. You see, ever since playing Persona 5, I instantly fell in love with it. I was into the characters, I was into the story, I was into the lore, that I even gone back to checking out Persona 4 and Persona 3 as well, just checking them out to see how it is. And I gotta say, I absolutely love the series. It's probably not my favorite video game series of all time because Crash Bandicoot will always stand among giants, but I will have to say that the Persona series is around at the top 5 at least. And I am going to be making a Persona 5 Royal video, which will hopefully come out just before we move into 2021. If there's one thing we can agree on when it comes to 2020, it has been an absolute clusterfuck. So I'm hoping that we can end off 2020 on a good note. One of the characters I was really interested in was Goro Akechi. I really gone to enjoy his character, his look, his appeal, his style, and then it gone to a point where I kind of liked the character a bit too much, to the point where I kind of wanted to dress up like him. So I'm not like a huge cosplay guy at all, but you know, I do wanted to kind of dress something that's a little bit similar to him. So that's why I'm making this video on attempting to put on my Goro Akechi costume for the very first time. Now keep in mind, it is not 100% realistic, it is not authentic. It's just something that I got that I could probably fit into my budget. So with that being said, I'm going to pass it over to the audio version of myself and we'll just take it from there. Thank you very much, camera version of myself. What is up, lads and gals, and welcome to my room where I will put on my not finished costume of Goro Akechi from Persona 5. So as you can see, I got myself a simple white collar shirt along with some black pants. The beginnings of how this costume will come into shape. Now my pants is a bit too big for me because of my weight loss journey, so I will be using a belt so I don't embarrass myself in public when it falls down. And plus I do have to tuck my shirt underneath my pants anyway. I'm not a fan of it, but just for the cosplay's sake, I'll do it regardless. Of course, what's an attire without some shoes? You can be as realistic as you want with your costume, but without the proper shoes, you might as well just pack your bags and go home. These are just regular black shoes I use when I go to work, so it's pretty useful that I don't have to spend extra cash. Next up is my grey coat. It's not the one with the overlap to the side, but it's the best I could find, and it was really cheap, so how could I not pass this up? One thing I do need to do is to sew on the logo on the left side of the coat to make the Akechi costume come to life, but that can obviously be done later on in the future. Now this brings us to the tie, and here's one of my pet peeves when it comes to clothes. I hate wearing ties. It does not suit me at all, and it's an absolute struggle for me to actually put on a tie. You can see right now I'm researching how to tie a tie, so it's time to summon my persona and master the ability that is tying a tie. I'm sort of following along the instructions as I'm doing so, and my first attempt wasn't too bad, but the narrow part is more longer than the wide part, which assuming that is supposed to be the other way around. What I also hate about wearing ties is trying to take it off. I think it's a pain in the butt. I tried it again for the second time, and the length was much more better, but the knot was around the other way. I'm not sure how to describe it, but I thought to myself I probably screwed it up again. And just by walking into the bathroom to check myself in the mirror, I did confirm that I did messed up. But realizing this is probably the best I'm gonna get for today, as my schedule is pretty busy and I don't have enough time, so I'm just gonna move on from there and hoping everything will improve in later time. Now last but certainly not least is the gloves. I tried to find the short black gloves, but they only had the long sleeve gloves from the store I went to, so that'll have to do. And I have to say, after trying the gloves on to reveal the final product, it's not authentic by any means, but damn, to me, this was surprisingly similar to the real life counterpart of Akechi's costume. Don't mind me, I'm just posing for the thumbnail. If anything, I kinda look like I'm Mr. Bean, but he's secretly a hitman working for the government to take down the corrupt villains. Optionally, I could wear a hat to show off Goro as the ace detective that he is. I think after wearing a hat, it is a bit too much for me, but it doesn't hurt to show off some personality. I am missing a couple of things here and there, but overall, I'd say it's all coming together very smoothly.
This is obviously a short video with the idea coming to my head and deciding that I wanted to make a video out of it. So yeah, that's my first draft of Goro Akechi's costume, even though it's not as realistic, but everything will come together once I've made adjustments. I thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all next time.